So we studied, a significant part of this year's curriculum was the section of the Bhagavad Gita on the qualities of a wise person. And this is, you have to remember this. It is basically that section dips into this tradition of metaphors, which is common in philosophy, like a Buddhist koan. If any of you, some of you heard of that? Okay, we won't go there right now. I could just go on, right? So in the Bhagavad Gita, there are references made to be wise like the turtle. Remember that? Okay? Or be like the ocean, forever brimful, you know, and attain equanimity. Or if you let your senses take you away, you will be like a small boat in the ocean where the wind takes you hither and thither. Okay, so we looked at all these metaphors really, and what we did this time, which was interesting, which I had not done before, is we looked at Greek philosophers, in particular Heraclitus, who had some wonderful insights. So I'm going to just remind you, you may remember this because we did this a few months ago, some of his insights, which we won't make this into a class, but I just want to throw it out there. 1, you cannot step into the same river twice. Okay? 2, when there is no sun, we can see the evening stars. And this is actually going to be the theme of the skit that they're going to do at the end of today. And you'll hear about what their take on this is later. Number 3, which we did in our adult class today, on a circle, an end point can also be a beginning point. Number 4, seawater is both pure and polluted. For fish, it is drinkable and life-giving. For humans, it is undrinkable and destructive. So these are some of the things, these are some of the topics we looked at. And we would spend a whole class discussing any one of them. They had groups, and it was just remarkable what they came up with, this entire class came up with. So the idea being that a wise person, which is the section of the Gita we were studying, has to totally develop the capacity to live in ambiguity and to be able to make decisions when things are really ill-defined and very ambiguous. That is decision making of today, this millennium. Okay? So some comments about the nature of wisdom. Okay? Practical wisdom, Aristotle, is a combination of moral will and moral skills. A wise person knows when and how to make the exception to the rule, when and how to improvise like an accomplished jazz musician. We'll be hearing some jazz later today, I think. A wise person knows how to use these moral skills in pursuit of the right aims, in service and not to manipulate. A wise person depends on experience, and a wise person is made, not born. Really important thing. So the leaders of today will be very wise people who choose character over celebrity. They will have a quality of mind and a quality of heart, for whom acts of sacrifice and decency will come naturally, you know. So that was our section on wise person. Now next year I have a very exciting curriculum that I just thought about today. Okay? The curriculum is Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16, which is on Asura and Deva qualities, or Deva and Asura qualities. But I thought we would have a different take on it, other than the traditional, teaching. I thought we would talk about the 5 elements as a theme for the year. And here's what I thought about, is what if our rishis, who had, I could say, to whom the Vedas were revealed, if our rishis were alive today, what would be some of the topics they would look into? If you look at the Vedas, Rig Veda onwards, there is so much beauty, poetic beauty, in terms of understanding where the nature was concerned, And so those 5 elements, space, water, fire, earth, all of that, are eulogized deeply in the Vedas. So first and foremost, our rishis, clearly, unquestionably, were environmentalists. There's no question about that. So I think that would make the theme for next year, the principles of Bhagavad Gita as applied to the environment. And I would like to look at Long Island, in our lives, collaborate with some outside groups, would like parents involved. And if you just quickly, a quick run of the 5 elements in case some of you have forgotten. Space. Space is what we live and exist in. Air, we'll think about the quality of air we breathe. Energy, fire, the energy supply. Water, our water supply. And earth, the land we live on. So these 5 elements will be the theme for the whole year. I'm really very excited about this, so that's my summer homework. And I just want to end very quickly with something that, some of the things that Barack Obama said. You must ask not just, is it profitable, but is it right? He appealed to virtue, and virtue is what he called practical wisdom, which allows honesty, courage, and kindness to grow and exhibit itself. Barack Obama also appealed to hope. People want to be virtuous, right way for the right reasons. And those are some of the things that's going to be pervading our theme next year. Just have a few more minutes of this. So, about that business of leaders being made, not born, okay? So leaders are not born with any special gift or a special charisma or a special glow. Let's not kid ourselves. Leaders are leaders, and they get to be that by just leading. And you all of you and all the Vedic students and everyone else, of course, you're all wonderful leaders, okay? Each of you has a potential to be a fantastic leader, connecting people by the power of your ideas. So we will start a wise person's movement, okay? Wise person's movement, okay? Be an emerging thought leader in any aspect of the future. So before we enter this section, I would say start it, do it, we need it. Make sense? Okay.